Welcome back, guys, and thanks for joining. For those of you who are new to the channel, we cover all things powerlifting, strength, and just fun related. So if you want to get stronger, hit that subscribe button. Today we are doing a fun, overrated or underrated episode on all things powerlifting. So let's get right in. Number one, we're going to talk about accessory exercises. Now I'm going to be right in the middle and say properly rated. Now the reason I'm saying properly rated is because we have the camp that overvalues accessories and they want to try and find an accessory that's going to fix every single problem in their main big lifts. And we also have the camp that just totally doesn't care about accessories, totally disregards them, and only focus on the meat and potatoes. So I think you can find that fine balance where obviously with strength, sports, and powerlifting, it's also a skill and you get better at that skill by focusing on it and specificity. So the meat and potatoes has to be what you spend your most attention to, but you can also use accessories to help supplement your lifts and improve on those weak points. So, properly rated. All right, number two, baby powdering your legs. Now, a lot of people don't understand powerlifting. When they see people baby powdering their legs during deadlifts, they're just wondering what is going on. They think you're absolutely crazy, but I'm going to rate this overrated. Yep, that might be a shock for some people because I do use baby powder when I compete, but I honestly never use baby powder in training. And the reason lifters use baby powder when deadlifting is just so it makes it so you have no resistance when pulling and the bar doesn't get caught on anything. But honestly, in training, I've never had an issue with the bar getting caught on, my shorts or clothing or whatnot. And so obviously I use it in competition just to make sure that there's going to be no friction. But I think it's overrated because I have never had an issue with that happening. And I think you can do just fine without baby powder. Number three, smelling salts to get you hyped for those big lifts. Here's another one which I'm going to say overrated. I'm a little biased here because I've actually never used smelling salts. Now, my last two nationals, I actually got a free bottle, so I'm still yet to put in use one of these days. But I've done very well. I've broken world records. I'm the Canadian National Champ. So I've had a very successful lifting career. I have no problem hyping myself up for a big lift. So I don't think it's really necessary. But hey, maybe when I finally give it a try, I might be changing my mind. So we'll see. And if you disagree with me, make your own overrated, underrated, because this is mine. Next, we're going to talk about sumo deadlifts. Woo-wee, this is controversial. I'm going to say overrated. I know sumo deadlifters are going to hate me, but just because I'm a conventional deadlifter and I know people love to hate on sumo deadlifts for the smaller range of motion. I honestly don't hate on sumo deadlifters. I'm just saying overrated for fun because I'm a conventional deadlifter and I like to make fun of them. But obviously some people just have better leverages for your conventional. Some people have better leverages for your sumo. It is what it is. Some people be better at sumo, some people better at conventional. So I don't actually think sumo is cheating, but for the purpose of this video, it is overrated and you guys are cheaters. All right, next up, excessive bench arch. This is another controversial one, but you know what? I'm gonna say properly rated. And the reason I want to say properly rated because in the context of powerlifting as a competition. So it is within the rules, and obviously people with excessive bench arches, they don't have to press as much distance, so they can most likely push more weight. And so a lot of people who don't have excessive bench arches, like myself, I'm going to be flat out honest when I say this. I am so jealous of those huge bench archers, but it is what it is. If I could, I honestly would, just because it gives you an advantage on the bench press, and the sport is obviously to push as much weight as possible. And I think a lot of people who rag on them, who compete, would also do the same if they could. I think you're just lying and being dishonest to yourself. So that's why I'm going to say it's properly rated. It's obviously not ideal for everyone. And also, if you are training for muscle growth, it's probably not something you want to do. But in the context of powerlifting as a strength sport, properly rated is what I'm going to say. Next up, deadlift slippers. Ooh, I love my deadlift slippers. Now it's funny, mine look like I'm wearing ballerina slippers, but they are great. They are extremely flat, keeping nice and close to the ground, and it just feels so comfortable when I'm pulling. So I'm going to say underrated just because of how much I love my deadlift slippers. When I started wearing them, I actually noticed a big difference in my deadlift, so underrated. Get a pair if you don't have them already, or I guess you can also deadlift in flat feet, but you can't in competition, so get some deadlift slippers to replicate that feel. Last but not least, quarantine body weight exercises or workouts. So a lot of people, obviously, during this time, gyms were closed and you were forced to, improvise with bodyweight workouts if you didn't have equipment at home or in the process of getting equipment. So I'm going to say overrated, and I know this is going to be controversial. I'm not saying I don't think people shouldn't do them. I think they are important. I think everyone should exercise and stay healthy. But in the context of strength training and powerlifting, I think they're overrated, because when quarantines just started and a lot of gyms are closing, there were so many trainers who started spewing out all these body weight workout plans, and they were saying that their plans are going to help you to maintain your strength or to get stronger. And we know if you are a strength athlete, you need specificity and progressive overload. You just cannot get stronger unless you're actually training with that exercise and using progressive overload. So the people who were saying that lie really kind of grinded my gears, because we just know it's not true. So in the context of powerlifting and strength sports, I'm going to say it's overrated. But if you have nothing else to do, then obviously do it. You want to stay fit. It's better than nothing. So that is my overrated, underrated list for the day. I'm going to be continuing the series. So if you have any topics you want me to cover, let me know in the comments below. If there's any of these you disagree or agree with, let me know. Let's keep this going. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I have more new KF merch. Links will be in the description. I got a new Instagram page for it as well, so follow it on social media, on Instagram. And as always, train hard, train smart, see results, get cat fit. Love you guys. We will catch you next time.